actually into today's video to have a quick look at the snow potential over the next few days across many parts of the British Isles. There could be some snow around, more particularly in the north and the northeast, but there could be some further south on Wednesday. And we'll have a look at all the detail in a moment. Just want to mention the advertising. There'll usually be a video ad sitting underneath my video on at GavsWebVids.com. Please pay us, and actually be supporting GavsWebVids.com if you do that. So this is the high resolution NAE precipitation forecast at the website Weather Online. You can find Weather Online on my links page. This is the current forecast for 12 o'clock today, so just in a few minutes. And we can see that model is suggesting that there's going to be snow falling across northern eastern Scotland, coming down into northeast England. A mix of rain and snow. Rain nearer to the coast in these blue areas. Snow in the pink areas, and where we've got the deep pink, actually that's quite heavy snow falling over the Pennines and in some parts of eastern Scotland as well. Well, as we go through the day, we're going to find that snow becoming more confined towards eastern and southeastern parts of Scotland, probably, with things starting to ease off across the northeastern parts of England. But as we go into tonight, we're going to find some really quite heavy snow coming in towards eastern Scotland on this strong and fresh and bitterly cold easterly wind. Notice there's quite a bit of snow stretching right out well into the North Sea, so the suggestion there is that the snow will keep going for some time, and indeed that's what the model predicts as we go through towards 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. We're going to find the snow still going there across eastern Scotland, coming down into southeastern England and some parts of northeastern England as well, getting some snow, and it's still going on there in the east and the southeast of Scotland into lunchtime tomorrow. This is over 24 hours worth of persistent and quite heavy snow for eastern and southeastern parts of Scotland. Some really heavy snow there being predicted for southeastern Scotland. Moving out towards 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, the snow is still going across the southeast Scotland, beginning to ease off around Aberdeenshire, but it's still going around the southeast Scotland, and increasingly coming back down in towards northeastern parts of England as well. And for midnight on Wednesday morning, the snow is beginning to ease down in the southeast of Scotland, still going across northeastern England, and then things are turning quite light and patchy in terms of the snowfall as we move through into 6 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday morning. Quite light and patchy snow there up in the northeast. Notice this area of heavy precipitation coming down into the southwest across southwestern England and southwest and southern parts of Wales. The suggestion with this is that it's mainly rain, but we do have to watch out, I think, some heavy snow turning up over the moors of southwestern England, Dartmoor, Exmoor, and possibly some of the higher ground of South Wales as well. We've got to keep a lookout for that. If we have a look at the total precipitation, total snowfall cover, I should say, for the next 48 hours across eastern and northeastern parts of England, we see we've got deep snow being forecast here in the next 48 hours on the ground across eastern, central, southeastern Scotland, going down in towards northeastern parts of England, coming down onto the Pennines as well. So that's where the snow cover is going to be in the next 48 hours. Some pretty quite deep snow there away from the eastern coast. As we move through into Wednesday, I think the chance of precipitation starts to move further southwards across England and Wales, so we have to be looking out for some quite heavy precipitation being forecast here across East Anglia and southeastern England at 6 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. The NAE model, this is the GFS model, the NAE model wanted this precipitation, remember, to the southwest, but the GFS is suggesting it's more to the southeast. In any case, as we move through Wednesday, the suggestion is definitely we've got some heavy precipitation going on here through the Midlands, East Anglia, southeastern England as well, and that's going on across many southern parts of the country into Wales as well as we move through into 6 o'clock in the evening on Wednesday. So quite a lot of precipitation around across England and Wales on Wednesday. Now, quite what that precipitation is going to be, very hard to say. The upper air temperatures for Wednesday are suggesting it's probably going to be sleet or snow, but the dew points are suggesting a mix of rain, sleet or snow, and a very marginal type situation. But with evaporative cooling, there could be more snow or sleet or snow than the dew points are suggesting. So we've got to keep an eye on Wednesday for England and Wales. There could be some sleet, snow or some heavy rain around them. Moving beyond this into the end of the week, we've got the battle that I've been talking about in the videos recently. The high pressure is all to the north and the east, the heights up there, the low pressure down to the west and the southwest. Coming into that cold air, we've got weather systems and where the rain and the snow is going to be. Again, it's very uncertain, but as we move through into Friday, what we're going to find is that the weather system does push northwards, and we've got this southerly wind coming up as well, and this southerly wind starts bringing milder air out of France. I think for England and Wales, after a very temporary period of snow late Thursday, we're probably just looking at rain from this system, but certainly for Scotland and Northern England, there is the risk of some snow because we keep this generally southeast to easterly wind going, particularly for Scotland. I think there could be some quite heavy snowfall coming out of this. As we move through into the weekend, we start to see the low pressure sliding away to the south. We begin to bring back this very cold easterly wind once again over the weekend. So as we move through to early next week, we're back where we started, really, with the easterly wind re-established, the high pressure over Scandinavia, dragging in that very cold air following the ice bars back. They go all the way back to Russia, so very cold air again coming back over the weekend into next week. The upper air temperatures with this system are quite interesting. We've got very cold upper air across the country as we move into Thursday, but there's the milder push, the yellow colours there associated with that area of low pressure. As we move into Friday, we find that the yellow colours are moving across England and Wales and Ireland as well, so there we're definitely looking at heavy rain. Could be substantial rain, risk of localised flooding, so that's something else to keep an eye on. But for Scotland and Northern England, we're in this green area here. The -5 iceberg is clinging on to Scotland, so there we are, I think, looking at the risk of heavy snow on the forward edge of that system. Moving into a Saturday, and well, the suggestion is still that the cold air is hanging on across Scotland, less cold elsewhere. And then over the weekend into Sunday and into Monday, that cold air comes back again, flooding down across all parts of the country, turning it bitterly cold once more. So for England and Wales, we're looking at heavy rain. For Scotland, looking at heavy snow, possibly turning to rain for a time, but then probably turning back to snow as that cold air comes back in again. The ECMWF is very, very similar, with high pressure up to the northeast, but low pressure down to the southwest. Moving into Friday, we're starting to bring that weather system in across the country again. We're looking at rain for England and Wales, turning increasingly to snow for Northern England, definitely turning to snow for Scotland, and we keep that cold southeasterly wind up to gale force with drifting of the snow across the eastern and northern parts of Scotland on Saturday. It is milder further south, but as we move through into Sunday and into Monday, that very cold easterly wind returns across all parts of the country, the weather system sliding away to the south. The UK Met Office model very similar, with the low pressure to the southwest, high pressure to the northeast on Friday, bringing up that southerly wind with milder air, giving us heavy rain for England and Wales, risk of snow for Scotland and Northern England. If anything, we probably bring that easterly wind back quicker, actually, on Saturday, so all parts turning cold. May, if this is right, start to see the rain turning back to snow across some parts of England and Wales on Saturday. In any case, by Sunday, we're back into that easterly wind once again, with the low pressure sliding away to the southwest. We're all back in the freezer with that very, very cold easterly. So it looks as though there are going to be more snow, there is, I should say, going to be more snow potential over the next few days. It's in the north really for the next day or so. Scotland, eastern, central, southeast part of Scotland down into northeast England. That's where we've got risk of snow today, tonight, tomorrow. Wednesday we're looking for England and Wales, possibly rain, sleet and snow. Difficult to say what's happening with that. It's a very marginal situation, but certainly I wouldn't rule out snow for some parts of England and Wales on Wednesday. Then for Thursday and Friday into the weekend, we're into that battle zone with rain in the south, snow in the north, the cold air probably winning the battle over the weekend, bringing the risk of snow back further south by the time we get through to Sunday and this time next week. So a huge amount going on, lots to keep looking at. I'll be updating at gazweatherviz.com over the next few days. Keep coming back, but that's all for now. Thanks for watching.